Most riders don't choose the wrong bike because they lack information. They choose wrong because they want to look right. And yeah, that includes you and me. Because vanity, it's not someone else's problem. It's yours, it's mine, it's everyone's. The real question is not whether it exists. The real question is, when does it start making decision for you? Here's how I think about it. Vanity isn't the problem. Where it sits in your decision making is. Take something simple, choose a motorcycle. At first, the question is clear. Does this bike actually suit me? You know, my experience, my riding style, how I really use it. But slowly, that question shifts. Do I look good on it? Is it cool enough? What will people think? And the moment that shift happens, your judgment is already compromised. Because now, you are not choosing a bike anymore. You are choosing an image. And once that happens, something else changes too. When a motorcycle stops being something you ride and start becoming something that represents you, you are no longer making a practical decision. You're deciding how you want to be seen. Now look, there's nothing wrong with that. We all want to look good. That's human. But it changes what you prioritize. And more importantly, what you ignore. Because here's what's happening in your brain. The moment a choice makes you feel better about yourself, cooler, more confident, more impressive, your brain quietly gives it extra weight. And at the same time, it reduces your ability to see it clearly. That's how thoughts like this start to feel reasonable. Bigger bikes are always better. I'll grow into it. I'll figure it out. Sound familiar? Of course it does, because those thoughts don't just make sense. They make you feel good. And the tricky part, most of us already know this, but ego doesn't disappear. Just because you understand it, it shows up anyway. At the exact moment it matters most. Sometimes, even before you start riding, you are watching a video. Perfect bike, perfect lighting, perfect music. The rider stops, take off the helmet, turn around like they own the world. And in that moment, you think, yeah, that's me. You picture yourself in that exactly scene. Maybe even better. And suddenly, everything else becomes secondary. Scale, experience, risk. At least in that moment, they don't matter. And let's be honest, the internet is built to amplify exactly that feeling. Every highlight clip, every cinematic montage, every perfectly edited shorts. They don't lie, but they don't tell the whole truth either. I remember something I saw on a ride, late autumn, less than 10 degrees or something. I passed a girl on a Vespa, shorts, a strapless top, riding fast, two bikers behind her, filming everything. I was cold just looking at her. But I can almost guarantee you, when that video got posted, it looked incredible, confident, effortless, cinematic. But what you don't see is what it actually feels like. And that gap between how it looks and how it really is, that's where vanity lives. Now, I'm not saying get rid of it because you can't. And honestly, you shouldn't. Wanting to look good, enjoy the culture, taking pride in what you ride, that's all part of it. The only thing that matters is how much influence does it have when you make a decision. Because it's not about whether ego exists, it's about where it sits and whether you even realize it's there. If you have ever made a decision because it felt right, but didn't actually make sense, there's a good chance vanity was somewhere in that process. The question is, next time it shows up, will you notice it? Or will it make the decision for you again?